Chat, we start another installment of the epic saga that is Mawkzy versus Rw9. Rw9 coming off of a 4-0 sweep of Mawkzy the last time they played, but will that continue? We just went through the whole history of their matchups on the Twitch stream. I might include it in the YouTube video, so we won't get into it too much. But Rw9 is going to start off 1-0. It is a best of 5 today. $200 prize pool on the line. Right now, the series score, if you haven't watched the other games from the EU Middle East, I would recommend doing so. They have been good so far. 3 of them have happened, and I'm about to talk about the results that we're at. We are currently at 2-1 for EU. Clear is able to clutch out the win against Toxic in what was a super close match. Since then, EU has dominated. They've dominated so much, they haven't even dropped a game in the next 2 matches. So can Mawkzy continue that dominance for EU, or will Rw9 be able to stop him? Now, Mawkzy's flick right there is one of the best flicks in the game. A power flick to the top corner. Against any other defender than Rw9, it might be a goal, but Rw9 frequently regarded as one of the best goal line defenders in the game. And Mawkzy is going to get past him this time, though, as he goes for the air dribble into the 50. Mawkzy has really expanded his game. Once upon a time, early in the matchups between these two, he was a ground player and a flick player. He was so good with the flick that it was almost his crutch. He just used it constantly and exclusively, and he was still able to get good wins. It was hard to blame him, but since then, he has definitely expanded his one's prowess. And one of the things he loves to do is randomly not touch the ball in the corner and give free nets. I don't know why he loves to do that, but he does do it. Or at least he did it this time. He doesn't usually make a habit of that. Rw9, his brother already played today. Twin brother of Clear's. And Rw9 going to go up 3-1. Clear's able to get the win. Can Rw9 get his win? Immediate kickoff goal. There has been a lot of beef between these two. Mawkzy tells me that when they meet in ranked, if Rw9 does lose, he just brings up, hey man, last show match I crushed you. When it's a show match, I'm going to win. And so Mawkzy has wanted this matchup bad. When I told him about the event, he said, I want to play Rw9 again. I want to show that I can take him down. And Rw9 is going to hand over a free goal just like Mawkzy did earlier. So now both of them have given completely free goals, courtesy of their own mechanical mistakes. Rw9, quick camera check to see if he's going to get his kickoff goal, and he is. Didn't necessarily need to even check. I don't think Mawkzy's going to make it back. He did wave dash, so he probably had the best chance of making it back that he could have. Rw9, a catch and cut to his corner boost. Doing a good job of playing keep away while not getting starved out. Like I said, Mawkzy is going to be able to take control. Both these guys have all the boosts they could need. And Rw9 maybe showing a window and then taking it away. Something that you see lots of defenders do in ones. Rw9 is a great shadower, and he didn't need the boost. He didn't need the boost to swing wide. That's why I say that. He had about 80, so there's no reason to take a detour to pick up 100 unless you're maybe trying to bait a shot like that. Go far out, make it look like a quick, easy shot is open, and then come back with speed, and you might be able to convince your opponent to take what was a pretty weak flick that he could save. Now Mawkzy, wow, what a shot. It's not easy to capitalize on a demo this far away from the net, but Mawkzy does it. Slamming the power shot in. We talked about the perfect spawns that the Middle East have been getting when we've done these events in the past. That was not a perfect spawn. Rw9 could have gotten a slightly better one if it was one notch closer to the net there. Still the lead for Rw9. Gonna just try and boom it over the top of Mawkzy. Doesn't seem like a great idea. Mawkzy was prepped for that, and he's likely to save that with speed, which means the counter is gonna come. You really want to force your defender to make a save at low speed. A change-up that they just barely need to direct it away. If they're set up far on one side of the net, and you launch a power shot, you're really helping them get the save and have that momentum carry them out of their own half. So there's multiple reasons why I was surprised to see Rw9 power shoot that. But actually, last time we watched them play, he did do a ton of power shooting from midfield. And it was actually it was a surprise to me then. I guess it shouldn't be a surprise to me now. Rw9 did win that series, so he must have known what he was doing. Although you really don't see players do that very often anymore. Oh, that's a great interception. This is why Rw9 gets credit for being one of the best defenders in the game. Not only does he get the takeaway, he recovers quickly and gets a goal from it. But once upon a time, you saw tons of ones players just boom power shot after power shot on the net, regardless of where the defender's positioned, because it was, recoveries and saves weren't good enough to end the offensive player's possession. But nowadays, they definitely are. Great fake from Mawkzy, punishing the shadow defense from Rw9. And yet still, Rw9 is trying to bring it back, trying to find a way to just work down the power shots on a prepared defender. Mawkzy intercepting and slamming in a sixth. Oh yeah, you guys are wondering why it's $200 something. I think there was a previous donation if it still says something other than 200. But that being said, if you were to donate to chat like a couple people have so far today's games, they do just get added to the prize pool. Mawkzy, a soft save. Doing so with the intention of being able to get back to the ball and having Rw9's possession end. Instead, Rw9 just slams in immediate goal, ties up the game. Rw9 loses this kickoff. Whoa, I lagged there a little bit. I don't know if you guys lagged. I imagine I must have dropped some frames because, my goodness, that ball just warped. I thought they were behaving a little bit weird. Wasn't surprised to see all of a sudden my game catch up. Rw9 here to the back corner. Cannot get his own boost though. Mawkzy chases him off of it and should have an open shot here. He actually couldn't get it to the net in time. Rw9, what a save. In fact, the counter is open now the other way. A bit of a mistake from Rw9. I call it an open net. It wasn't that open. It was going to be hard to make a play off the wall. It does seem like one that I am used to these players making. Mawkzy, long shot. Forces Rw9 in and out of the net, but he gets such a strong clear. He's already back on the blue wall. Mawkzy, too slow to get this dribble, and that's a crucial challenge with 30 seconds left to go. A very important one. Mawkzy, it seemed like he had control of it. Should have been able to flick it over the top, but maybe Rw9 saw what we saw from Mawkzy's perspective. When I watched it from Rw9's perspective, it looked like Mawkzy just had it. But when you watch it from Mawkzy, you could tell he hadn't fully gotten under it. And Rw9 must have had that read because he turns and challenges him to take it away. So 15 seconds left to go. Mawkzy needs a goal. Rw9, another power shot. In these late moments, makes a little bit more sense because he doesn't need a goal and he just wants to get Mawkzy to make a save. Now he just needs to protect the ball, make sure it hits the ground. Mawkzy undercuts it, but no way he gets back to this one. So Rw9 will continue his streak against Mawkzy. He had 4-0 the last time. This time it's only a best of 5, but he starts up 1-0. Game number 2. Mawkzy close to stopping what is a streak of 5 games for Rw9, but wasn't able to do so. Mawkzy will start with the first possession. Big mistake from Rw9 at the midfield, and it's going to matter. Thought for a second it might not, but Mawkzy, the air dribble, the reset over the top, and as he punishes Rw9 for just a slight falter. You cannot make mistakes against a guy like this. Rw9 bumped off the kickoff. Mawkzy will make it 2. The wave dash kickoff from Mawkzy is his primary kickoff, I would say. In my experience watching him, he prefers to go wave dash, and he will switch it up to a standard if it's not working. And I honestly don't know if I can think of another player. There's players who maybe do them equally, but most players are standard and they'll throw in the occasional wave dash. Not Mawkzy though, as he is getting this ball moving quickly around the map. Oh, forgot about the part where he needed to take his own corner boost. So he's just going to play this whole possession with 0. Hard to make a real fake when you can't stay with the ball at all. It'll be a freebie, courtesy of Mawkzy's missed power slide where he didn't grab that back corner boost. Mawkzy still with a wave dash. Rw9 sticking with the standard. This is not the first time that this has resulted in Mawkzy getting to the ground much faster and then using that, speed to the ground to bump Rw9 as he's coming down from his flip. His flip is going to take him way longer to get to the ground on the kickoff, and Rw9 is going to win the diagonal. Mawkzy doesn't like to wave dash on the diagonals, so the double standard will go Rw9's way. But as Rw9 falls to the ground after his flip, that's when Mawkzy is lining up the bump and slamming into him. And there's just nothing Rw9 can do because he's using his boost on the kickoff to get there, and he's already used his flip. So he's just a sitting duck. And Mawkzy's got him a few different times now. But the past couple kickoffs are diagonals. Mawkzy does not wave dash on those. Rw9, the elite goal line defender, gets faked and jumps early, as Mawkzy could have shot there, but did not. Instead, taps it in an open net. Mawkzy to the back corner. Going to take it to the right side of the field. Does not chip it into the air. Instead, chips it off the wall to start a carry. And Rw9, not the first time that he's done this. A backflip challenge to steal it away. The difference is this time he can't get the quick shot. Passes to himself off the ceiling and then off the ground. Can't finish off the double. Mawkzy, who never had to worry about a shot in his net, was able to hold on to the entirety of his boost, which is really going to help him on this take the other way. But I think Rw9 just dusted him to the ball. Should have the freest of goals. He gets over the top of it. To keep it on the ground, it'll be 4-3, but still in favor of Mawkzy. Double wave dash kickoff. Rw9 has joined him there, but it hasn't changed the outcome. Mawkzy still with the win. You've heard me say it, and I'll keep saying it until we do the survey again. The survey of the top 100 players did have Mawkzy as one of the tied with a couple other people for the best kickoff in the 1v1 game. Right now, these guys hugging each other at the midfield. It's really nice to see some camaraderie between the two. With how much trash talk I've heard about, they still have time to give a considerate hug at the midfield. Mawkzy is going to end up winning this transaction, though. 6-3. Rw9, the wave dash to try and put pressure on Mawkzy. He does tap it away. Rw9 just looking to power shoot it over the top. Like I said, something he has really liked to do recently. Makes sense, especially with 0 boost. Oh, man. Rw9 hasn't looked this lost on defense pretty much any time I've watched him. He is not one to get exposed for an early challenge like this. In fact, he loves shadowing. He much prefers shadowing and reacting, but that just hasn't been working for him. So credit to him for looking to switch it up to try and slow Mawkzy down. The problem is that didn't work at all. Mawkzy, the fake, doesn't get it past Rw9. Rw9, the air dribble, the fake. Not the air dribble. It really wasn't an air dribble. It's just a single jump into threatening the flick. And it really just did the same exact thing that Mawkzy did. Turning that 45 degrees, not even fully, to show that the flick could come. That's enough to get the defender to jump. Rw9 taken off the map as he tries to steal Mawkzy's back corner. High chip. Yeah, there's an opportunity to steal it. Too high was my first thought. And Rw9 takes it away. Mawkzy's done a good job of holding on to all his boosts. Yeah, he still has 77. He recognized right away that he had made a mistake and that he just needed to back off. Let Rw9 steal it away. Don't use up any of his boost. Save it all to be prepared for his opportunity. And he had more than enough left over when it came time to outplay Rw9 and go up 8-4. Rw9, the bump off the wave dash will make for a free goal. to continue to see... Oh, I was going to say we're going to continue to see standard kickoffs for Rw9, I imagine, because when he's tried to match Mawkzy's wave dash, it's looked almost even worse. I mean, both haven't looked good for him, but every time I feel like I've seen them both go wave dash, it's looked even better for Mawkzy. I wonder if we could start seeing maybe delays or complete disregards for the kickoff. Mawkzy, an on-card dribble. Rw9's close shadow convinces him to drop it down. And that's a very important part of this play. If Rw9 backs off by more, Mawkzy just slowly works it all the way down to the net before he makes the flick. But Rw9 is perfectly positioned to make Mawkzy think a challenge could be coming. So Mawkzy decides it's best to drop the ball to be prepared for the 50 that never comes, and then Rw9 just takes it away. Great save. It's going to enable him to clear this one away. He steals, not so much steals, just takes the midfield boost. Now he's trying to chase Mawkzy down. Mawkzy playing keep away all the way around the map. Ring around the rosy. Mawkzy takes you. And then eventually takes the shot. 10-6. Rw9 looking for offense. Somehow, some way, doesn't want to go back to his net. He's getting punished. And Mawkzy has kept his lead. Long shot from Rw9. Mawkzy redirects it off the backboard so early. The game's not even going to credit him with a save. Deep fake challenge from Rw9. Oh, Rw9 somehow got that midfield boost. That is a very important midfield boost. Honestly, maybe the difference between Rw9 having a chance in this game and losing, Mawkzy's able to bump him and keep that ball from going in. I thought Rw9 had made the outplay, but Mawkzy keeps it alive with a nice pull shot save. Rw9 through the air, the reset. He goes low. Mawkzy covers it as well. No offense from Rw9 late in this game when he needed it most. Mawkzy is going to end what would now be a 5-game streak. Nobody beats Mawkzy 6 games in a row as he throws a flick on an open net after the demo. Mawkzy put on a show here in the final moments. Rw9 did force him to take it high. He's not going to score this one. He'll take his 11-6 win. That's good enough for him. Maybe not. Maybe he will score it. Tied series. The end of Rw9's streak. One last best of 3 to decide who takes it home today. Game number 3. Momentum certainly in Mawkzy's favor. Rw9's win was a narrow one. Mawkzy's win, a dominant 11-6 performance. Mawkzy, the fake. He obviously respects the positioning from Rw9 on those setups because he doesn't want to try and flick it over the top of him. He much prefers the fakes. He's able to hold on to possession because he does so. And he catches Rw9 off guard. Rw9 really likes that shadow position. But every once in a while, if Mawkzy does these low fakes, forces Rw9 to then make the first save, turn around, and play a front-facing defense. And that is when Mawkzy is getting it past him. Mawkzy, aggressive on the ball, trying to find an opening. He actively bumped Rw9 into his own net, so the recovery is poor. All Rw9 can do is just launch the ball to the other half, and he's actually staying very aggressive. Grabbed a couple boost pads. It's going to get him scored on. You know, a risk that I don't hate, I guess. Rw9 was going to have a really tough time. I guess he had 48 boosts by the time he challenged, so staying aggressive wasn't bad. Just probably that one challenge. I mean, he picked up enough pads to be on the blue half, but he was never going to be able to get away with that backflip. Rw9, the flick. Saved away. Tried to slot it right in the top left corner of the net. Couldn't do so. He needs that kind of offense. It's been a crazy Mawkzy run. Mawkzy is in no rush to bring the ball to Rw9. He'll camp out and grab some boost. Mawkzy, I doubt, is in any rush either. With 3 minutes 30 Only down 2. He's got tons of time. The resets does not quite get over Mawkzy, and the unfortunate part is Mawkzy slams it off the backboard and gets a free goal. Rw9 taking to the skies, attacking Mawkzy through the air. Not something he normally does in this matchup, I don't think. He needs to get a bit more height. If Mawkzy's able to get this kind of save with a really low single jump into a flip, it's a bad sign. It means the counterattack is always going to be much more available. You need to be getting defenders up to the middle or even, top shelf of the net in order to prevent those opportunities. Mawkzy wants to get the pinch like CRR had. Rw9 should have an open net here, and he does score his first. Mawkzy, he wanted the better pinch clip, but it wasn't going to happen. Rw9, a lost kickoff, you could argue, and I definitely would think that's a good argument considering Mawkzy just scored. But there's a lot of times that this works out better for the player who's taking it into their back corner. Mawkzy, really smart to just put immediate pressure on. It's hard to get the correct touch, right? Rw9 is trying to get a soft touch into the corner that he can then grab boost and control, but it's not easy to do, so he ends up overpowering it a little bit. And Mawkzy is there to make sure that that mistake is rightfully punished. Crossbar down, saved away. Rw9 could have this recovery, and actually really good decision not to panic. A lot of, untrained defenders would go flying past the ball there, worried that Mawkzy was going to shoot quickly. Rw9 noticed that there was a high chance that he just fakes, played it slow, and gets an opportunity to score on the other end. Mawkzy just needed to recognize that that chip towards net was coming sooner than he did. The wave dash kickoff at least slightly neutralized here by Rw9. But I'm unsurprised that he's back to the standard. The standard had looked better for him. Now he's just trying to closely shadow Mawkzy in order to force him to get rid of the ball with very little boost. Right now he's just playing the long game. He knows Mawkzy's going to be able to put a couple shots on, but he's expecting this possession to eventually come. Now, it came at the cost of Mawkzy picking up midfield boost, but still a good one nonetheless. This flick will be saved. But he forced Mawkzy into the net, so the possession doesn't have to be over unless you make a play like that. That could end it. So far, he is still in control. Mawkzy looking to take it to his back corner, and there it is, the change of possession. So Rw9 only getting one shot out of that long control of the ball. Mawkzy, the reset over the top of Rw9. Mawkzy has just looked to have the edge in every category of the game here in the past couple. And this time, he gets Rw9 up and uses the flip to go over the top. Such a great attack all the way from the back corner. Mawkzy up 5-2. Rw9 doesn't have the time to steal the back corner boost. In fact, he doesn't have the time to do anything. He actually convinced Mawkzy to rush it and miss wide. That was definitely an open opportunity for Mawkzy, and now Mawkzy continues to rush it. He doubles down on panicking and ends up giving the freest of shots for Rw9. But we talked about this before in some of the earlier matches. Sometimes, even when other players are scoring, it's clear that one of them is dictating everything, is deciding who scores and when, and that's definitely Mawkzy right now. Either he's going to score because he's able to break down Rw9, or during his possession, he makes some kind of mistake that leaves an open net. It doesn't necessarily feel like Rw9 is creating those opportunities. Now, credit to him, of course, because his great defense is what forces the occasional mess up. But, Mawkzy's going to continue what I just said, an outplay of Rw9, as Rw9 cannot steal the ball away. A minute left to go. Mawkzy looking to go up 2-1. Put himself on the edge of getting EU the guaranteed win, having won more series than the Middle East. We'll still have another game either way. Jack Khaled coming next. Rw9 able to outpace Mawkzy and bait him in. He just needs the ball to go in. It does. He probably had the double either way. I don't think Mawkzy was recovering faster, despite the fact that he did hold on to 50 boost. But yeah, no way. He's all the way on the back wall. So that was going to be a goal, even if it didn't get the perfect bounce. Mawkzy The wave dash kickoff. Is Rw9 finally going to be able to catch Mawkzy off guard with a booming power shot? He didn't this time, and he has done this so many different times. I mean, at this point in the game, it's the right call. Dive in. Try and imagine a world where Mawkzy makes some crazy mistake and hands it to you, and you get the score, 3 times or 2 times in 15 seconds. But it didn't happen. Instead, Mawkzy up 7-4. Rw9 gonna have to think long and hard about what he needs to do in order to stop this run from Mawkzy. Mawkzy has just had full control of the game as we head to game 4 in this tenured series. Maybe Rw9 thinks Octane is the answer. Rw9 seemingly in the same Fennec he was in before. If something changed about it, I did not notice the small detail. We're gonna continue to, for the most part, do our EU in the Octane versus Middle East in the Fennec 1v1s. But Rw9, he might not have changed anything on his car, but he obviously changed something in his game because he's quick to take a lead. He won the kickoff and forced it all the way through the corner and into the net. Mawkzy, another kickoff win. If you asked him, he would absolutely prefer diagonals exclusively for the rest of this match. I think having exclusively diagonal kickoffs would make Rw9 much more the favorite. This is a really good shot. Just barely went in before Mawkzy could save it. But the diagonals have gone really well for Rw9, considering how poorly the rest of them have gone. He's going to get another diagonal again here. He's going to get another shot attempt from it. Mawkzy with the save. New meta Rw9 is power shot and continue. But Mawkzy hasn't let him do that this time around. And these early challenges are also new meta Rw9. I feel like he would shadow till the end of his days in the past. Now he's trying to catch Mawkzy off guard with some early takeaways. Rw9 wave dash at the midfield, recognizing the dream of the quick shot is not there, so he just goes to steal Mawkzy's corner. He steals the other as well. Should be able to take the midfield. Oh, Mawkzy just missed the wave dash. Means the net is open. And what does Rw9 do? He punishes. He notices the missed wave dash, and he instantly gets up for the power shot. Plays so perfectly. There was a chance if he didn't place it as well that Mawkzy could have still gotten the save. Thank you to anybody who's showing up here from the YouTube. I know we've had a few different oh, what a shot. A few different people hopping in, saying they're here live for the first time. I do see you guys' comments. Thanks for stopping by. Just got to make sure to commentate the series, you know. Not spend too much time just saying what's up. I'm sure you guys understand. Mawkzy, immediate kickoff goal. Tie game, 3-3. What a fast wave dash. Such a solid kickoff. But we're back to the diagonals. So we're back to seeing Rw9 prevail. Maybe not. Although still not as bad as the other kickoffs have been for him. Wouldn't be surprised to just see Mawkzy start disregarding those diagonals completely, considering they're the only kickoffs that haven't worked for him. So just play all the other kickoffs normally, and then don't let Rw9 get going with the diagonals. Mawkzy, the carry, trying to pop over Rw9. Oh my goodness, Rw9. He is the best at dodging the air triple bump. Maybe in the game, but he's not going to be able to dodge this one, as Mawkzy protects it well. Rw9 cannot get past. 4-3. Mawkzy retakes the lead. Rw9 had a good start to this game, but Mawkzy said, that's enough. I'm not trying to let you back into this one.
Mets 20 gifted a tier 1 sub to Loose Balls.
Yo, C-Meds.
Gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gifted sub. Rw9 trying to find an opportunity to attack. Mawkzy staying fast, staying moving, not making it possible to demo him or intercept him. He has been holding on to possession for the majority of this match. Mawkzy will take this to his back wall. Rw9 a few different times has had a poor challenge, trying to be too aggressive. Not going to be a problem this time, as he does tap it into his own back corner and in front of his own net. He thought maybe he could bait Mawkzy in, but challenging too early. Unable to. Rw9 cannot place it. These are the kind of execution errors that will haunt you late in the series when you need all the offense you can get and you just can't seem to find it. That could have been a goal for Rw9 if he could keep it inside the net instead. Rw9 caught out as he thought about backwards challenging. Not even the half flip can save him. 5-3. Rw9, maybe an opportunity here. Soft shot. Get Mawkzy in the air. Mawkzy has done such a good job of boost preservation and using it at just the right times to instantly end all of Rw9's possessions. Because Rw9, what he's trying to do, and what he has been trying to do all series long, is shot, boost starve, and continue. He's hoping over long possessions he can eventually get goals. That's why you see him long shotting and just trying to pop the ball up for weak shots early. But Mawkzy has done such a good job of boost preservation on defense. He's just never let Rw9 have that extended of a possession. So Rw9 has been forced to try and score on the first attempts, and he can, and he does right here. 5-4. A great setup for Rw9, and he doesn't back down on his opportunity in the air. Mawkzy's recovery is not quick enough into net. Rw9 chasing down Mawkzy, got him to leave the play, and Rw9 ties it up. The vast majority of series between these two have gone to the game decider, whether that's game 5 or game 7. Rw9 wants to continue that tradition here today. Tying up the game, has a minute to take the lead. Rw9 off the wall. This shot, once again, basically the equivalent of a far-out power shot. That's what he's been sticking to. As Mawkzy making the first save, Mawkzy's making the second as well. Doing his best to starve him out. Can he finally break down Mawkzy on an extended attack? He's going to go for the 50. He did not. Mawkzy breaking out into the open field. Doesn't quite have the immediate counterattack, but he does have the ball on the ground. Trying to squeeze it on the post. Doesn't succeed. Rw9 trying to patiently collect the ball, and Mawkzy doesn't let him. He fake challenges, but then Rw9, after launching it high because of the said fake challenge, is able to catch Mawkzy at the midfield. Says, get away from this midfield boost. It's all mine. I'm going to put myself up 1 with 30 seconds left to go. Mawkzy have been playing so well. It didn't seem like there was a ton of hope late in this game for Rw9. But he has made it right back into this game, leading 6-5. Mawkzy, the ball in his car, feels so dangerous. Air dribble bump this time. Rw9 does show why he's the best air dribble bump defender in the game. And he keeps Mawkzy from tying it up. A pop over the top. Low boost for Rw9. Deep in Mawkzy's half. This has been trouble for him all series long. Mawkzy, once again, has another carry. Look at him using his camera to see where Rw9 is. He's going to launch it high to make Rw9 miss, but no. Rw9 is back to clear it away. It'll hit the ground. Rw9 will force a game 5 in a great clutch in the final minute. Game 5. Mawkzy, Rw9. Mawkzy with the 4-3 overall lead in the series that they've played. This is the 8th game between the two of them. Rw9 winning the last one in a full sweep has an opportunity to tie up the all-time series score between the two of them, make it 4-4 if he can win this one today. Mawkzy wants to extend the lead as he shoots a long shot off the backboard. Caught Rw9 too deep in his half, and not for the first time. Wave dash kickoff, and it's better for Rw9. This could be a change of the tides if he can keep this up. Matching Mawkzy's wave dash kickoff earlier just led to immediate goals in Rw9's net over and over again. Look at Rw9. He is not backing down the power shot meta. This time, he slams it to the back wall instead of the net, and the continuation doesn't work, and Mawkzy gets a goal. Diagonal kickoffs. No longer as heavily in favor of Rw9 as they were before. He's trying to decide whether or not he has time to pick up that corner boost, or if he just needs to clear the ball away. Ultimately, he decides he has to clear it. Now he's pressuring Mawkzy into the early flick. And look at the wave dash, the fake wave dash. I mean, it's not that he didn't wave dash, it's that he immediately hits the brakes off the wave dash because he wants Mawkzy to think that he's going to try and wave dash and come and challenge. But he doesn't actually want to do that. He wants to make Mawkzy think he's going to. So he immediately hits the brakes so that Mawkzy gets rid of the ball. And he eventually takes it away and then launches a great redirect. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely booming it downfield for his first goal. Mawkzy, the wave dash kickoff. And this is how they went earlier. All the wave dash kickoffs between the two of them earlier went like this. Just freebies for Mawkzy. Rw9 was able to control the first one, but not this one, as Mawkzy gets his goal right back. Rw9 forced immediately into net. That's a miss, so Rw9 can stay camped on the ground. It's on Mawkzy to get a good follow-up, and he did not, so Rw9 will end that possession, unless he doesn't handle the ball here at the midfield very well. Might just be giving it right back. He's going to stay on the ball, despite only having to pad a boost, and this is why, because he's going to pop it over the top of Mawkzy, but actually Mawkzy able to recover in time. He had the boost advantage big time. Rw9 couldn't shoot it any faster than he did, and I'm surprised Rw9 didn't try and bump Mawkzy. It seemed like such a clear position that they were both going to try and bump each other, but Rw9 just let Mawkzy bump him instead. Always got himself some open field. High bounce. Rw9, is he going to go air dribble bump? He is. He bumps Mawkzy, and he gets a goal. Mawkzy did his best to jump early to get over the top, but he wasn't able to do so. He also did take a while to read that air dribble bump was coming. Still the lead for Mawkzy. Wave dash kickoff from both. Can Rw9 stop the bleeding on these? Should be able to backflip challenge this one, and even win the race to the midfield. Able to not get demoed, and not only that, but set up a demo himself. Mawkzy the spawn! Mawkzy throws the thanks to the Lords of Rocket League for spawning him in maybe the only spot that would have gotten the save. Oh my goodness. What is Mawkzy paying Psyonix to get those kind of spawns? The counterattack for Mawkzy, and all Rw9 can do is throw the OMG. Mawkzy is absolutely a genius. I've heard people talk about before how they think they can control where they spawn if they think about it hard enough. Well, I tell you what, Mawkzy thought about that one as hard as possible. 4-2 for him. Halfway through the game, Rw9 looking to try and punish Mawkzy off the kickoff as he takes his trip to the corner boost. Can't do so. Now Mawkzy the other way. High bounce. Can't control it. Rw9 takes his opportunity to steal it away. Late use of the flip. Actually got the boost steal. Might have a quick power shot, but he actually doesn't use it, and instead plays it slow. And this is what we're used to seeing. I mean, I'm only expecting that power shot because Rw9 has just been booming at every opportunity. This time he does play it after his first touch. Puts it behind Mawkzy. Just barely can't get the save. 4-3. Rw9 far from out of it after what we saw last game. Knows how to keep himself mentally in the game. In fact, of anybody I've seen, he might be one of the most mentally strong 1v1ers. There have been a few different games, and specifically against Mawkzy, where he has been down big, has even owned gold. Everything was pointing in the direction of tilt. Rw9 should have just tilted out of the game, and he just refuses to do so. Right now, great save. And Mawkzy has another good opportunity, though. Placing it too high. Rw9 can patiently let it bounce off the back wall. Both these guys should be low. Rw9 picking up the corner boost. Mawkzy looking to kind of neutralize the ball by placing it in the corner, a position that is not shootable, and Mawkzy's not going to get the perfect spawn this time. Can't get lucky twice, although I'm not sure any spawn would have saved him. Rw9 has realized what he needs to do. When Mawkzy's not on the map, it's not hard to shoot on the net, and he has been taking him off at every opportunity. Minute 24, Mawkzy fast off the wave dash like he always is, and Rw9, he wants to stop Mawkzy from getting these quick possessions, but he just can't do so. Time and time again, he has turned upfield off these kickoffs and been unable to challenge and take the ball away. 5-4. Mawkzy pushing this ball into the orange half, but it should be Rw9 with the first possession here. Mawkzy is, of course, pressuring him in order to try and get him to make a mistake and hand away possession. Mawkzy, the most epic own goal. No, he does save it. That was about to be an insane own goal, but he only lets it halfway into his net. This flick will be saved. Rw9, not the best of recoveries in net, and he just keeps diving, and Mawkzy has been outplaying him when he does that. Want to watch this from Rw9's perspective. Thought maybe he could surprise Mawkzy, but Mawkzy's just been so good. Every first touch is immediately controlled, and that's why he's surprising Rw9. Some players aren't as good at that. You know, it takes them maybe a couple touches to control it before they are ready to make an outplay, ready to pop it over a defender. But it's never taken Mawkzy more than the first touch. Right away, he's in control and immediately able to get it past Rw9, and that's been the difference. Now 7-4 as he saves this one perfectly off his backboard. Rw9 thought he had time to steal that back corner boost, but he did not. 30 seconds. Rw9 needs to find a way to get quick goals, and that hasn't been his MO in this game so far. Mawkzy's going to waste some time. He knows the clock is on his side. Rw9, such a dangerous challenge, and still the right play. Mawkzy, his keep away is working. 10 seconds left to go. I think we can call it. Mawkzy will not let Rw9 tie up their series all time. He will make it a 5-3 edge in his favor. Coming back from the full sweep that Rw9 had on him earlier to take the win for EU and guarantee the majority of matches today go to Europe.